So imagine this scenario. You learn that a coworker is being considered for a promotion, but you know they have engaged in unethical behavior that management is unaware of. What are responsibilities of employees in ensuring ethical standards?
I think that employees need to um, really and employees need to ensure the ethical standards or like the rules. As in this case, you know that the one of the co-workers that have a promotions, but with um, like but with unethical ways to have it. So like I think that if they cannot maintain their responsibilities, all of the rules of the company will be in a kiosk, and I think that like by ensuring the ethical standards, it will help other employees to see and follow the rules and to operate it in a like fair way for all of the people. And could reporting the behavior be seen as malicious or hateful?
To be honest, it it's kind of depends on the circumstances also, you know. But for the most part, I would say that it's helpful, not only because that it helps the livelihood of the and the reputation of the company, but I would also say that I am indirectly help the society and also people around me and also myself, of course, because I mean, while it can be seen as kind of pity, and petty for reporting your coworker, especially a person who recently received a promotion. I would say that uh, like it. Yeah, I mean, no, like in any circumstances, illegal activities are should be punished. And in my opinion, I just think that I am doing justice to uh, the society and everyone, not just the companies that I work with. And however, there is also some aspect to consider, especially the kind of consequences and life that I will affect. I mean, especially the coworker that I whistleblow on. I can just imagine his or her life and his or her family after he get fired and exposed. So that's something to consider. But I'll say that it's a small price to help the community, the society, and well the company. So maybe I get they see me in a good eye and I get a promotion instead. I would love to. Alright, so how should past behavior impact current opportunities?
I think that about this question, the information is quite like unclear. But I think that about the past behavior or the actions that we have done in the past, it's kind of affects to the like to now and the future. And I think that like for instance in this case, maybe if that co-workers like continue to um continue to do the unethical behavior to like have a promotion by it, it can like affect to other coworkers to like if other coworker know that they will not respect them, and then it will it will operate to an environment that people um people will like use not really not respectful, and they feel unfair, and it will leads to the unstable like develops of the company, and so the current opportunities can also be decreased too. So that's all. For the next question, uh, for the next scenario, a controversial speaker is scheduled to give a talk at a university, promoting ideas that many consider hateful and offensive. The first question is, what constitutes hate speech versus free speech?
Mm, well, I, I think that the thing that separates hate speeches from what you would call, free of speech is the kind of uh, delivery and the intention behind it. You know, so like let's take for example free speech. I have seen some free speech. Talking about like the legalization of pornography and racism, stuff like that, and and they are trying to promote an idea that would be considered very offensive. However, the key differences is that, well, it might sound weird, but it's constructive in the sense that it's not like a kind of one side speech that only the speaker have the voice. So like it's more like a conversation. It's just really weird to say it, but it's more like a conversation where the other, like the proponent and the opponent, can actually debate, and everyone have the equal uh, amount of power in their speech and in their opinion. While hate speech is more direct to it's more like directly control the audience, the listener, in a sense that they it's more like try to push your philosophy or your ideal understanding into others rather than actually like exchanging and let others also have the equal uh, freedom of speech. It's really like hard to put it in word, but that's what I think it is. Like for freedom of for freedom of speech, you have your turn to give your opinion, and then others can also have their equal amount of power in the conversation. Where hate speech is more like promoting and instill a mostly negative and offensive philosophy or ideal without getting any exchange. Like your only purpose is to push it in onto other, or making it offensive to the subjects that you are criticizing, targeting. So there's that. How does limiting speech impact democratic values?
Uh, so actually, in my opinions, I think that about the limits, the question is the limitations in speech that impact to the values of democratics. Firstly, what is democratic? I think that democratic is mean that democratic is mean that, like, demos is stand for the people, the popularities, and the community. However, and for moreover, Kratos is for the empower, the power. So that's mean that the power of the popularities that they usually put the people of the communities on top the rights of humans, and like how to say it's mean uh like what people can want, and yeah, and make people to be the prioritize. And I think that um that limited, so that um speakings or sharing your own opinions, it's one of the human rights. And so that if we limit all of those, we restrict all of that, it will affect to that, to the rules that people will want to say whatever they want. And maybe it can be against the values of democratics. But uh but however, like, to my opinions, I think that um maybe in these cases it is better, because people need to, like, to respect other people, um respect other people too, not just like always say whatever they want, and it will make a chaos in, like, social media or something that they can share their own opinion. So, what are effective ways to counteract harmful ideas?
Well, I think that the first and also probably the most effective way is actually in an individual level. So what I mean is that like people should be taught to have self thought and self like self preservation. So what I'm trying to say is that people should be teach and that a very important skill, I would say, personality trait that should be nurtured is that, people need to have their own like belief and idea, and also have the mindset to always you know double check information. So by that, I means that, like I say, when people don't so easily believe in everything, and when people always look at a piece of information with a cross with a finger cross, not only that they will come up with a version of the idea, but they also do research and first making more thorough investigation and like interpretation, understanding of that kind of idea. And I mean, it's really hard because nowadays with the where people free of speech, harmful ideas are constantly being injected into the societies as a whole. And I mean, even seemingly a seemingly positive message can be turned into a negative uh, a line of thinking. So I mean, as I say, it's best to counteract it by having your own standpoint and you know doing research to make a conclusion before accepting or you know rejecting, debating those kind of ideas. So there's that. uh, so the last circumstance, your family expects you to participate in it.
Nhưng mà
Oh no, hết rồi. Bye bye.